Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Listen up, I just woke up and I looked at my Instagram where I currently have 150,000 followers on, because I showed there the reality of the life of a day trader instead of all of the nonsense you see online with the free signal groups and the call groups and all of the nonsense. And it was a very interesting question, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to make a YouTube video about this. And the question was, Camille, how can I spot my emotions in the markets? And I have 3 very simple steps on how I do this and how you can do this too. Now, it all comes down to tracking back what you did before. So first of all, the first step is very simple. We're just going to look from a technical perspective. So you're going to take the last 30 trades, for example, or let's say the last 50, all depending on how good you track it. And what you have to prove. What you're going to ask then is you're going to ask yourself from the losing ones, where in the triggers did it go wrong? So for example, I'm a range trader. It's the most simple way of trading where emotions are not very easy to get involved. That's why I'm a range trader. If you want to know more about this, just go to my free school where I literally explain everything about range trading, okay? And the fundamentals about it. But when I'm looking at this, it all comes down to 5 triggers when I'm taking a trade. So I want to look at every single trade that I take, which triggers were amplified in this trade, which triggers were like the core reason that this trade went into a certain way, and which ones did I maybe ignore. Okay, so I want to track down very well which triggers I listened to. Then I'm going to ask myself, okay, for the upcoming trades, was I too easy with accepting this trigger as a trigger, or was it actually a clear one? Okay, so I want to see from the last 30 trades what the triggers were. Then we're going to step 2, and with step 2 we're going to take all of the previous trades that we looked at, and we're going to ask ourselves, what was my emotion at this moment? If you don't track your emotions, you're basically not tracking a trade. Something you need to understand. When you're looking at trading, guys, trading is 80% emotions and 20% knowledge. Something a lot of people ignore. So when you're journaling a trade, one of the most important things is that you track your emotions before the trade, you track your emotions during the trade, and you track your emotions after the trade. When I'm looking at handling my weaknesses, I want to see from the last 30 trades, what was the reason why I was maybe a bit loose with my triggers? What was the reason why my cleanest trades were the cleanest? How was I handling it in an emotional way? Again, if you don't do this, you're literally walking away from your profits. Why? Because a lot of people think that trading is just technical. No, it's not. This is the reason why most systems and most bots and all of the stuff are not performing very good yet. Okay, why? Because of this simple fact. Okay, it's not all about the triggers and the algos itself. A lot of emotion is involved with this. So I want you to ask yourself, from the past 30 ones, what were the 5 emotions that constantly came back, and do you have a way of treating them? This is something that a lot of people don't do. A lot of people don't have a way of treating the triggers that made them emotional in a trade. For example, let's say I'm looking back at my trades and I realize, hey, the reason why I entered in this trade was because I looked on Twitter and I saw that some guy my age made 20 times the amount of money that I made, and now I thought, okay, now I want to do this as well. Now I want to go absolutely nuts on the trade. This is something a lot of people do. They look at other people and now they think, okay, now I can use more leverage because I want to level up towards his level. Okay, now I can use more position size. Okay, now I can ignore some triggers. Why? Because it needs to go as fast as him. So when you're looking at all of those problems are the consequences of you comparing yourself. So the initial trigger is you opening up Twitter and comparing yourself. So when you're looking at most of the emotions, it all comes down from a trigger. Most people make the mistake of just looking at the consequences instead of what actually triggered it. I always want to understand what triggered me to make this mistake. what did I mess up that made this mistake? Okay, most of the time it is comparing. Yeah, so when you're looking at other people of your age or anything else, most of the time that is one of the biggest problems. Now, when you're looking at this, it's very simple. You're going to spot 2, 3, or maybe 5 of those triggers. Okay, don't stop until you have at least 3. Yes. What you're going to do then is you're going to ask yourself, how can I delete these triggers from my life? Okay, most people have Instagram, Twitter, and all of the stuff for the wrong reasons. They think that it makes them they think it's for motivation and all of the nonsense. Guys, if you need to get motivation from someone who does push-ups in the rain with some motivational quote, you have a purpose problem. Okay, motivation should be in you. You shouldn't have to get motivation from somewhere outside of you. Now, if this is the case, where you have to get it outside of you, you have a purpose problem, okay? But that's maybe for another video. Now, when you're looking at this, we're going on to the other step. So we have the technical problems. From the technical problems, we can spot the emotional problems. And now the other one is, okay, who can we go to? So which accountability partner can we have who can look from the outside and say, hey, Camille, I see that you do X, X, and X, and X in the trades. Maybe you should do this and this and this. Okay? So someone who can look at your emotions and can see from a helicopter perspective, listen, in my opinion, this and this and this goes wrong. This is something that is more important than a lot of people think. A lot of people think, yeah, I don't need to network, I don't need to this and this and this, because I'm a trader, so it's good to be alone. In my opinion, it's always good to have an outside opinion to help you out of this, okay? This is the reason why if someone comes into my group, they get linked to an accountability partner. Why? Because I want them to understand the power of having someone watching over you, looking at your mistakes, okay? So you have the step 1, all of the documents, then you go to the emotions, and then you bring that on paper towards one of your friends. This is literally the biggest hack that you can have if you implement it well, okay? Now, if you like more of these videos where I explain the reality of the life of a day trader, don't forget to drop a subscribe and like this video, okay? Besides that, if you want to understand how I approach the markets and how I do everything, don't forget to just go to the free school and apply there. And I will see you all in the next one. Ciao, ciao.